Hello, and in this quick video, just be taking a quick look to admire the brilliance of Messi's screamer goal from just 2 hours ago, from time of recording. And so the broadcast view, in my opinion, did not from the sideline, right? Because the broadcast view is not bird's eye view or vertically oriented as it is from here. But it is horizontally, and so it doesn't it distorts the view of the field, in my opinion. The same way Belgium's counterattack against England in the third place playoff in the last World Cup in 2018 Russia. Like the broadcast view did not just give credit to how beautiful Belgium's attacking movement and like the 1-2s and back heels were. And so breaking down this clip, right? It's like 60th, 70th minute. Argentina basically need a goal to stay alive or to take control. Or Argentina's certainly pushing for a goal. And so we see Mexico, right? Back five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. So back five, right? But no one's really. They're going to try to play it out wide. All right, but nobody's. No, right, but no immediate danger, right? Just playing it out wide. Defense is still right. So just the big thing to highlight is just like how out of the blue this comes. Like the highlight, like nobody. Like, again, just look at the defense. 1, 2, 3. Like the back five, like is set. Right. Like it's a clear line. No one's outside. Nobody's desperately trying to get in position. Argentina, nobody's in really dangerous positions. Right. Go center back. Right, and then Messi, right, he's up the field. Hector Herrera is still there. He still has two center backs in front of him. Fullback can come in, right? So there's like just from the broadcast, from this view, right? There's no immediate danger. Like continues a bit, right? Midfielders dropping in, right? Just like trying to force Argentina to play it all the way back. Try to like do a longer pass to try to switch to the field of play, or maybe kick it out wide. But either way, right? There's no immediate danger for Mexico, right? And so they decide, and it's clear from this point, right? You see, like he's not immediately trying to cross the ball. He's not going to continue to play it out, right? You see the reaction, right? And so the center backs, they realize, and so this makes it all the more impressive, right? Because if you try to like do a little feint, like some misdirection of a pass, maybe the defenders wouldn't be in position and attuned enough to get into position to stop the pass, right? But that doesn't happen, right? Because again, we look, right, like we see, and we're at 6-second mark, right? And so like, it's very clear, like the telegraph, right? And even if he was trying to maybe like do some feint to maybe try to bend a curl in, or then to like quickly reverse play and kick it back out wide to a winger, so the defense is reacting as if he's just playing it back into the middle to Messi, maybe to Rodrigo de Paul, right? So the defense is like. So instead of just going back, like they're maintaining their line and pushing back up, right? As we see, right? Like they're not doing back, like their eyes are facing the ball. They know where the ball is going, and we see Hector Herrera and now Messi. Right, Messi has the ball. Okay, 6 seconds, 8 seconds. So it took the touch again. Like I guess from this angle, like you can't really see it from because of this, but you see like Messi's angle is it's extremely tight of an angle, right? Because we blast it forward. Like first of all, our head still like getting cut off. His shot blocked. Again, like he's being challenged, and he's like quite far outside. Again, and look at just from the distance from goal. Like this should be just sincerely appreciated, because it looked like it was just outside the box. But from this view, you can appreciate just for like how outlandish this shot is, like just from like a training ground perspective, to try to hit it with that much power. Remember again, he's closed down. Right? So he has to take it. If he wants to line up, he has to take it, not one touch, but like he has a very short window before Herrera cuts him down. And then again, like center backs are facing, if not moving to close them down. So they just lashed them. I just used to commentate while you're doing it. It's like play through. That is out of nowhere. That's sincerely out of nowhere because just think about it, like Messi gets the ball here, right? And like if he if he doesn't if he shoots this, but like again like the angle is extremely tight. And the biggest thing, especially for the way the flow of the game, and how Mexico were clearly playing for a tie to stay alive to go against Saudi Arabia in the final in their last match day, right? And so, and especially the flow of the game, Argentina missing chances, and being frustrated by Mexico and having no ideas to break down a low block, kind of similar to like how we saw in some qualifying games, or even all the way back to 2018 if you want to make those connections. Although again, 4 years international football, a lot can change. But again, like this play, like, especially like again with like the flow of the game, if you're watching this game, like you don't think really a lot's gonna come of this, because again, you have the full defensive five, especially from Messi shooting. You think like Messi might dribble a bit, but then he might like pass it to one of his forwards, to a winger, back to maybe a midfield. Lash it out. Magisterial. Sincerely magisterial. Especially with, and so it's supposed to summarize, the goal is just, it's really want to appreciate this goal from the bird's eye view, just because of how out of the blue it is. Defense. So like no one's panicking, nobody's like running, like they're closing down quickly, but like no one's scrambling. So you just remember this is kind of like routine for defense. The defense knows that they're in control. They have this possession under control, and so for this to come out the blue is so impressive. To just be able to hit that, right, get your touches perfectly, to lash that, that perfect placement, right? Because what do you see from Ochoa? Like just like 2 inches away from 2 inches to the left. If he bends it just to the left, Ochoa gets a hand on that, and then the defense gets right again. And defender gets back, clears it. Because this guy's, because he's offside, so defender gets to clear the rebound. Or the run of play to just like it's not a goal that's out of the run of play, because it's from open play. It's not from a set piece, but from the thematic sense of how this game is flowing, and from how the defense is set for this to happen, it's completely changed the game, nullified Mexico's entire game plan. Mexico's used up all their substitutions. That just 4 substitutes, but they'll use all 3 of their interchanges, or pauses in game to do it. So for this to happen, and then of course Argentina get the second, because again Mexico playing a bit more, but the second was but just again like trying to play like you show again back 5 set, your midfielders are there, balls played, closed down, like extremely tight window, just magisterial, you know. And it's what Argentina need, right? Where's Messi? Messi's here. Yeah, I'm not the biggest Messi fanboy. But again, I think this goal is like really needs to be appreciated, and I think this bird's eye view does it justice. And so, yeah, magisterial goal. We'll play it one more time. See if it's popular. It's magisterial. So Argentina goes to World Cup. I will say it's a quick other World Cup predictions. I think Iran, being that guy who have to differentiate myself from casual, like the casual fans who don't watch as much ball. I think Iran will get a result against the U.S. and Iran will qualify for round of 16. So that's Group B, and England will qualify. So England, Iran, Group B, Group A. Group A with let me just type on Notepad. Group A, I think Netherlands. I will say Ecuador. Group B, England, Iran. I do think Iran really have the quality. I think the U.S. are gonna have a hard time breaking Iran down, and I think again, I think Iran, same in England game, same in the Wales game, showed their ability to break on counter, and so I think Iran can, and all Iran need is a draw. So I think Iran can get a goal, U.S. can get a goal, but the U.S. haven't really been able to finish. I think Iran, they have shown that they're able to finish, especially on the counter. Group C, it's a bit a weird group, definitely a weird group. But I think Argentina will win against Poland because they kind of have to, and I will have the Saudis, Saudi Arabia going through. Because if you look at Poland's at 4 points, Argentina's on 3, Saudi Arabia's on 3, but -1 goal difference. So Argentina, to get the 6 points, they need to beat Poland, and to beat Poland, they're going to hurt their goal differential a bit. And for Saudi Arabia to win, they're going to. So I think Saudi Arabia goal difference can go to say go to 0. Poland's goal differential of 2 can go to like negative. I think so. I think Saudis. So Argentina's at 6 points, Saudis at 6 points. But man, it was a bit painful for Argentina or for the Saudis to miss that penalty, because otherwise they could have played for a draw, 4 points. They get 4 points. They'd be at, so then Saudis would be at 4 points. Poland on 2 points. Argentina 3 points, and they'd be clear to the group. So really unfortunate it works out that way. Group D, much more simpler. I think France and Denmark. I don't think Australia really have the quality. I would like to see Tunisia, but it would be tough to have to beat France to do so. Even though France will be resting players likely, or doing a rotating, but again, I think just like force out a result. I think, and so those are results that we know. Like they've played game number 2. So from Group E on, I do not have the benefit of seeing how the second game have went on. I will plug my pre-World Cup bracket video link. I'll have the link in the description. So I don't think that actually went very well. Thanks to Argentina winning today. Like some of my round of 16 stuff is still alive. I don't think my groups are quite. Okay, so Group B again. I only have 1 game to go off, so I don't have the benefit of 2 games. So and so there's some big games like Spain, Germany tomorrow. It's pretty much massive for if Germany are going to be out. So I think as it stands, I think Japan can definitely get a result. Spain can definitely get a result, or Japan can definitely get a result against Costa Rica. And I think Spain can just take control of a game against Germany and just see it out, even if it's for a draw, and then beat Japan and get a tie against Japan. So I think Spain and Japan. Group E, Group F. It's hard to. I think Belgium, just from the point advantage they have beating Canada. I do think. I mean, Canada. I watched most of the game so far. Not the best for my productivity, but yeah, it's like 7 hours of football a day. But Group F. I want to say Morocco, just because I think it's nice to see teams that don't normally get into the knockout stages to make it. But I think Belgium, they have the points, they have a win, which is big. It's tempting to say Canada, but can't have to outright beat Croatia, outright beat Morocco. I think Canada will have a harder time just because they can move the ball, but they can't really finish. And I think again, like Croatia, Morocco, they took their place out. And again, it'd be so much easier having 2 games to go off because then the group would be so much more obvious. But I would want to say Morocco. I'm a big Hakimi fan, but I will say Croatia. I think they can see out results. Group G, much more difficult. I'm gonna go Brazil, Serbia. Serbia is currently bottom of the group, but I think Serbia, they can get a result against Switzerland. They can get a result against Cameroon. They already played Brazil, so they can get 6 points. I think 6 points, because I think it's safe to say like Switzerland and Cameroon both lose to Brazil. So Brazil 9 points. I think So I think Serbia at 6 points. Again, I know Serbia, they played extremely defensive against Brazil, but I think for Switzerland and Cameroon, if they play the front two of Vlahovic and Mitrovic, and then have Tadic below, again, like from the Brazil game, like their defense was holding up pretty well, even if it's like some younger or lesser known players in like Serie A, but they were holding up. So I think Serbia can come back and get 6 points. Group H, not the most original, but I think Portugal, in spite of the dull way they play, can get a result. Then I think Uruguay, just from like their midfield taking over games. So that is my my prediction for the group stages: Netherlands, Ecuador, England, Iran, Argentina, Saudi Arabia, France, Denmark, Spain, Japan, Belgium, Croatia, Brazil, Serbia, Portugal, Uruguay. So the only big ones, I think Serbia is a bit of a bold call given how they're on 0 points so far. I think Japan might be. I think Saudi's getting through might be. I think Iran getting through might be. But I will say, of course, I wouldn't mind seeing the U.S. go through. See the LeBron James of soccer go through it, but I think in the knockout stages, I think Iran's way of playing football and just like the efficiency with which they counterattack, I think will be much more entertaining viewing, as well as like the funniest outcome. So, but that is that. So that is the predictions for the rest of the tournament. Right there. Yeah, so, hey, let me know if you agree or disagree. But catch you guys in the next one.